Imagine a quiet music room in Berlin, 1970. A young violinist named Samuel is back at it, hour after hour, hour after hour, pushing his fingers over strings, chasing elusive perfection. But here's the twist. Samuel isn't naturally gifted. His coach, the legendary violin teacher Anders Ericsson, believes that greatness isn't born, it's built. What if all those stories about innate talent are just myths? And what if you already have the seeds of extraordinary skill inside you? We love thinking some people are just born gifted, the Mozart musicians or chess prodigies. But Ericsson's research throws that old tale out the window. Let's unpack why raw talent isn't the magic ingredient and what truly separates amateurs from experts. In Berlin, Ericsson studied violinists like Samuel and his peers and found the so-called naturals didn't outperform the hard workers. Instead, those who practiced using a specific, focused form of training edged ahead. It wasn't birthright, it was blood, sweat, and deliberate effort. Think of talent like a dim bulb in a dark room. People see it flicker and assume it's a floodlight wiring installed at birth. But real expertise is installing new wiring, upgrading circuits through repeated, targeted effort that rewires your brain's connections to perform better. When you practice deliberately, meaning focused, goal-oriented, and pushing just past your comfort zone, your brain physically changes. Neural pathways thicken, memory sharpens, and skills become automated. This process dismantles the idea of fixed talent and opens the door to mastery for anyone. You've heard about practicing, but deliberate practice? That's a different beast. It's uncomfortable, focused, and often solitary. Here, how the best turn practice from a boring chore into their secret weapon. Ericsson zeroes in on deliberate practice, not just any repetition, but practice designed to stretch your limits and correct errors. Casual repetition is like wandering a forest. Deliberate practice is blazing a trail with a clear map and sharp tools. Chess grandmasters don't just play more games. They dissect every move with a coach, analyze why they lost a pawn or missed a check. This hunting for weak spots, followed by targeted drills, is what sculpts their expertise. The secret sauce? Constant feedback. Without it, your brain drifts into autopilot. Feedback, like a mirror held up to your attempt, forces course corrections and sharpens technique, turning each practice session into a turbocharged growth spurt. It's tempting to think your brain is fixed, your IQ capped. Ericsson's work reveals something that feels like science fiction. Your brain is a flexible muscle sculpted by practice. Here's what's really going on inside. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire itself. Ericsson's violinists showed that intense, deliberate training thickens specific brain areas. It's like your brain picks up a hammer and rebuilds its own circuits to handle the skills you hammer in. Experts don't memorize more facts. They organize knowledge into chunks or mental models, like a chess master seeing the board in patterns, not just pieces. This makes retrieval lightning fast and responses fluid, pushing performance from mechanical to sublime. Here's the kicker: you won't get better by just practicing a lot mindlessly. It takes strategy, focus, and pushing past comfort zones. That pain you feel, that's your brain remodeling itself, and it's proof you're on the path to real expertise. Back in that Berlin music room, Samuel's fingers finally hit the notes perfectly. But the secret wasn't magic. It was hours of deliberate, focused practice and a brain rewired for excellence. So here's your challenge. Pick one skill, break it down, and push your edge today with deliberate practice. Growth isn't a mystery, it's a decision. What will you build? Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.